You made it sound like, though, especially with all of your SHINee talk lately, that you've been really like listening to really, really throwback songs. So I
I
was
mean,
like,
I
oh, she's
do.
definitely gonna win this.
Let me see. Yeah, that's 2016. The oldest one is 2013, and that's a SHINee song.
Dang.
But everything else, I mean, I'm not super old. I'm not like blasting Big Bang right now.
I feel like I'm gonna save that song to go over last then, so when you find out who it is, especially with your Big Bang comment, when you
Is it a
find out.
G Dragon song?
No, it's not.
Oh, you
the
know
vo-
what song? Let me go ahead and add this deep G Dragon song line.
but have you actually been listening to it, Lacey? The whole
No,
point.
but just saying it
The whole
made
point.
me think of adding it to my library because it's good.
Oh, to your library. I thought you meant to the list, and I
I
was
wouldn't
like,
have one anyway because the
Lacey.
one I'm going to is 2013.
I still win. Okay, well, we are recording now. So rather than argue more,
We're not arguing.
we're
We're just talking
lovingly
passionately.
we're lovingly debating.
I just want to win.
Yeah. Well, you lost.
I understand. I lost. You were just making it seem like I was cheating, and I was not. I was just growing my library.
Well,
You won. It's okay.
I thought you were adding to the list, like I said, not to your
No.
library. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to another episode of Bingo Chuma K-pop
Ugh.
Tunes. I'm Chum, also known as Reina,
I'm Bingu, also known as Lacey.
and today we are going to just discuss albums and songs that we've been listening to recently on repeat or like circling back to. So we're
Yeah,
just
for
talking.
this year so far.
Yeah, like, and it doesn't even have to be songs that released this year. It's just songs that are basically on our playlist for this year that we're just listening to a lot of.
And I just want to talk about it because I just think that's fun.
And also, Lacey has discovered some songs this year that she was really hyped about, especially in the Twice sphere. That she was like, yeah, this came out this year. And then she looked at the date and she's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's like
I'm
2019.
late.
I'm telling you guys, I'm not being dramatic when I tell you that I will hop on the train very late. It's like when everyone's just they've moved on. The train doesn't even exist anymore. The platform's gone, and I showed up, and there's just nothing there.
There's not even the conductor there.
No, it's just the track. And I'm fine. I'm having a great time. But that's just, this is going to be a glimpse into, wow, Lacey, that's real sad. And I don't
I
care.
I beg to differ. That's not true because we were talking as I hit record, and we were talking about who won with like the song that came out the earliest, as in like years ago. We were discussing it, and I was laughing because I thought Lacey was gonna have a song on her list that was like old, but apparently I have a song on my list that I just circle back to a lot, like yearly, just to listen to. Like I'm in the mood to listen to the song. And I put it on repeat for a few weeks or like a month, and then I'm like, okay, that's it for the year.
To be fair,
And it's from 2011, is what I was gonna say.
to be fair, I I'm gonna play K-pop songs like rap, R&B, whatever they're playing. I just put the ones that are just hitting a little bit harder into a playlist. So I still listen to really old ones or what you guys think is old. Apparently, it's not old enough. Cause I'm scrolling through here, like, wow, it only came out that late. I don't know. Whatever. I'm having a good time. That's the point. I don't care.
So I have 3 songs on my list from this year, and then one from last year, 2 from 2019. Oh, maybe that one's not 2019. It might be 2020 actually. One song I'm not sure. And then the last 2 are like 2011 to 2015.
I have 2 that are this year. I have 3 or 4 that are from last year. Then I have random ones that are like 13, 14, or 19. Like, just know that my most recent ones from this year are 2. And the later half, it's it's giving 2019. A lot of these tracks, 2019
2019
vibes.
I feel was a good year though for K-pop. So,
Well, apparently from the albums I listened to, it was 2013 for me. Like, that was the year for
for
me.
you. I didn't. I don't. These are
I'm
just
only
songs that
saying
I've
that
had
this.
on repeat recently, so I can't even say it's a year for me. But 2019, I feel like there were a lot of. That's probably of my like, because I break down my K-pop playlist by year the song released, just so I explained before I started recording, just so that way I can remember. Like, oh, I can't remember what song title this was or who sung it, but I know it came out this year, and I can go back to the playlist. 2019 was probably the longest of my playlists, just looking at them. So,
I do have a song from 2012 that's not in my playlist. It's not my playlist. Do you want to guess?
from 2012, is it a Big
Yes.
Bang song?
No.
Oh,
It was a group that used to be a group. No longer a group.
BIP?
No.
Uh,
One guy
I
left,
one guy left.
and
That narrows it down a lot. One guy left the
one
group.
guy left. It's just, if I say something else, it's really gonna give it away.
C Clown?
Yeah. Sea Clown song.
After you said it's gonna give it away, I was like, okay, it's either C Clown or LC9.
Why does Sea Clown still slap? That doesn't make any sense. That's not the
C.
point of this episode.
I mean, it kind of is, but it's not. But I'm gonna let Lacey lead this episode because this episode was her idea. So I feel like she's got some songs she wants to talk about.
I guess the way we can do this is maybe our, like, this year's songs that we've been having on repeat,
And go back in time?
and go back in
Rewind?
time.
Okay. Well, then what are your
So
2? I'm curious. What 2
I
songs?
remember how I tweeted where I was like, I'm gonna make a segment called "I Was Wrong."
Yes.
So
You also
remember,
mentioned it in one of our episodes. You were like, well, 2 episodes later, the idea's probably going to change, or my opinion's probably going to change.
I always say that. I feel like I say that every episode. But remember how we were talking about Red Velvet, and we're like, the album was, but I don't know, it
Yep.
was pretty, not good. I'm a liar. Red Velvet's song, Bamboleo, on their most recent album, that song is amazing. I don't know why I missed it before, but I had my music playing while I was doing work, and I still have the album in my library. I haven't taken it off yet. I have a lot of albums that I need to take off, but I haven't. Bamboleo played, and I was like, what is this magical track? Who is this? And it was Red Velvet. I was like, this is the album I said I hated. But it's out of all the songs, that song. So I feel like you need to listen to that song.
I did. And on that album, there were only 3 songs that I liked.
Was Bamboleo not one of them?
It was not one of them.
Dang. You're gonna come around. It's okay.
I don't think so. But I like your I like your faith. I like your confidence. I will go and listen to it again, to be fair, just to double
It's
check
just
and make sure, but
it has that retro flair and it just sounds magical.
that explains why you like it.
It it's the retro flair and magic girl vibes that I really enjoy from it.
That
And I think
explains it
mom
a lot.
likes it too.
Your mom likes it? That's
I think I
cool.
play the playlist, my K-pop, this playlist that we're talking about today, so much when I'm driving with her that she knows some of the tunes.
That's how it started with my mom and getting her into K-pop.
And I was like, "How you know this?" She was like, "You play it in the car all the time." And I'm like, "I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm not about to play American music because American music I listen to,
Is not safe.
you probably clutch your pearls. Like, I mean, she won't, but I don't like playing that around my mom. It's like Meg The Stallion. And if you heard Meg The Stallion lyrics, you don't want to play that around your parents.
Yeah, around your mom.
So that's my first. That's my first song. What's yours?
For 2020, why didn't you just name both of them?
Oh, you want me to name both?
Yeah, because you only have two, and then I only have three.
Okay. Okay. The next one is NCT Dream Teddy Bear. That song, it's R&B esque, and it's also a song that sounds magical to me, but not in a retro sense. But it's really good. That song is really good. The album's great, but that song,
Oh my gosh. There were only three songs on NCT Dream's album that I liked too, and that wasn't one of them.
it wasn't. Wow.
No.
I mean, to be fair, we don't really like the same
Yeah, no, our stuff
sounds
doesn't line up
anyway.
a lot anyway, but it's just funny because it's like both of these artists are SM artists that are on your list for this year, and both of them are albums that I only had three songs on them that I liked. So I'm like
Yeah.
I'm seeing the pattern here, and I'm like, this is very amusing.
I I'm not mad. I just know.
I mean, I'm not mad either, and it makes sense why you like those songs. They fit the style that you usually go for.
Mhm. And that's it. Those are the
That's
two
it. Those are
recent
the two.
songs, and that's a lot.
A
It is a
lot.
lot for me so far. I I did just add a K-pop group this year. Did I add another one other than Red Velvet? I think I did, but they haven't made the cut.
I haven't made the
So
cut yet.
that's
Well,
it. That's it for this
well,
list. Like for now.
for
For
now,
now.
for the 2022 songs that released this year. Well, for me, the first song is not a surprise at all. We actually
It's Monsta
discussed it.
X.
No.
Okay.
Although I really did love their album,
I was
and
thinking.
and Love was my favorite title song of like Juhan's title songs.
Mm-hmm.
I keep going back to DKB Sober.
DKB Sober.
Yeah, the
It's a good
one,
song.
the one that they were drinking the gasoline. That song.
Oh, okay.
I, our favorite friends to drink with.
Oh, they're so responsible.
I like obviously I listen to a lot of Monsta X. If you look at my music, Monsta X is like no matter what song or album it is, it's always in the top played. And when it comes to them releasing new songs, I always have their newest albums like on repeat for months at a time until something else kind of catches my interest. But and I said it in the last episode too that between Monsta X's album and this specific DKB song, I keep going back to this song and just like seeing how much the song can pull me away from Monsta X, I'm like, this is gonna be the song.
This
Like,
song is powerful.
I'm like in December and I'm still listening to this song. Like, this is what it's giving me. The whole composition of it, I'm just like addicted to it. That piano, I think about that piano and I'm like, I gotta go listen to DKB Sober.
It that happens where you just need to hear that one That one part or
I
that
just
one element in the song, and you're just like, oh yeah.
yep. It's like that one element that pulls you in and it's addicting. So I really like the song, and I don't know for yet if it's going to be like the song of 2022 for me, but
Mm-hmm.
it's really high up on the list. It's a favorite. And then the other two 2022 songs are actually by the same group, and we hadn't picked up recording again, so we didn't actually do a January/February review. So it was Pentagon, and I
Okay.
sent you this album and I was like, you got to listen to this album, it's good. But the two songs on the album are One Shot and The Game by Pentagon.
The Game.
They were,
Sounds like a song I've been playing.
you probably have, I know you said you liked the album. There was maybe one song on the album that you were like and it was the slower one and it was the last one.
It
uh
probably is. I didn't. That's what. That's like. It's the album's still in my library. I'm gonna have to listen to it again. I don't have a problem with that.
you are this I just this album is probably going to stick with me through this year as like an album favorite
Mm-hmm.
overall, because even though the last or second to last song was a little bit slower, the whole album composition, it flowed very well. Like from their title song to One Shot to The Game and to the rest of the songs, it all just flowed very well. So, and One Shot and The Game were the second and third song on the album, and I just remember listening to it and being like, I gotta go back and listen to that song again. But this song is so good, and I literally was just like, those two songs I would listen to on repeat, but it wasn't listen to one on repeat and then the next on repeat. It was both of them back to back. Like I had ended up just making a playlist on Spotify for those two so I could just listen to those two songs over and over again and not keep having to skip back.
Wow.
And I like really epic songs like that too. I like the harder hitting stuff or like the really epic music
Yeah, you
that
do.
when I'm listening to it, it's something that's just really like powerful and it gives me a lot of energy, or on the on the flip side, it's something that, because I like to write and I like to listen to K-pop when I write because it doesn't have lyrics that are going to distract me. So English lyrics distract me when I write because I'm like, "Oh, they
Oh,
said
I
this."
understand.
And then I
Yeah.
start typing that and I'm like, "Fuck." I do that so often. So I listen to K-pop. One Shot in The Game are like songs that give me muse essentially. So I have a writing playlist and I actually added both of those songs to my separate writing playlist.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I don't. I listen to like you don't know them selection radio because they don't really play lyrics of people. Anyway, I mean they kind of do, but they kind of don't. But that's not. It's not about selection right now. It's about K-pop. So good choices. Very
Thanks.
nice.
Thanks. Yours were too. I'm not surprised by your choices, but the surprising factor for me was the fact that they they were not songs on like the albums that I chose. So
Hmm.
that
I
was
like that
amusing.
though
I do. It makes it different.
because whoever's listening, I feel like if they listen to what we like and like, oh, I really like Raina's more than Lacey's, or I like Lacey's more than Raina. Whatever we recommend from now on, they'd be like, I trust them with taste. So I feel like I'm either gonna like this or not.
We have very broad horizons.
Hmm. We have two moods.
We
Pick one.
do. Pick one.
So we can go a year back to
Okay, I
2021.
have one song from 2021.
I have two.
You have two? Do you want me to go since I have a shorter list?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. So I actually discovered this song late. And now that I discovered it, it's like the most addicting thing. Like, if you actually look at my on repeat playlist on Spotify, this is like one of the top three. It's
Dang,
Crab.
top
Yeah, top three. It's like in the
three.
top
That's
songs.
embarrassing. It's not embarrassing, but like it's whenever I see something like shoot up the top 25, I'm like, oh my god, that was really that was me.
Yep. I'm mostly embarrassed by this too because I like this group a lot, and I don't know what it was about this album, but I feel like there was something going on at work and I put off listening to this album,
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm discovering this album and this song specifically, despite them promoting this song as like their secondary in 2022, and it's like April that I go back to this and I'm like, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed of myself. Why did I not know this sooner?" So the song is Veni Vidi Beach by Gravity.
Okay.
It's another song that's like one of those epic sounding songs, so it did go on my writing playlist as well. But like I said, it shot to the top because I for some reason listened to the title song on this album. I liked it, watched the video, never was able to find time to go through the whole album. They promoted the song, they did like special performance music videos of the song and like performance videos on 1the K. They like promoted the song and people made gifs and stuff of it, and I was like, "Oh, it looks so good. They look great. Their styling is great." Never went and watched it, never went and listened to it. And April 2022, when I was making my keychains, I was catching up on music and I listened to this and I was like, "Why did nobody ever tell me how good this song was?"
Hey, listen. That's how I am. You had that one moment. That's me. That's my life.
And like Gravity's a favorite group for me too, because they're Monsta X's brother group. So
Mm-hmm.
I was very disappointed in myself and very embarrassed. And I even went on Twitter and I was like, "Why did nobody tell me how good the song was? Like, you all knew I didn't listen to it. Why?" um, so that is like my favorite Gravity song right now as well, too.
Okay.
Just as a little tidbit. I really like this song.
I'm excited because these are just all songs that I'm going to listen to because they're in your playlist right now. They're in your heavy rotation, and that's.
This one, yeah, is top of
I
the
mean,
heavy
obviously, because
rotation.
it's top three. So,
What were your 2021 songs?
do you want to guess a group? It's a very popular group.
Is it Twice? I don't know what song. Oh,
Yeah, it was
okay.
Twice.
I was like, I feel like this might be the year for Twice, but I don't remember.
It is Twice. I told you it was going to be easy. And do you want to guess the song?
No, because I don't know what year certain songs released.
Okay, well, it's Fancy,
Okay, Fancy was 2021. I didn't know that. I lose track.
and it's great.
Fancy is great. I
It's
agree.
it's. Oh wait, that's 2019.
Oh, is
I'm
it?
yeah. I think I'm a liar. Moving that over. Dang, that was 2019. That sounded like it was last year to me. Well, okay. Sorry, Twice fans. What do they call them?
I don't
Do you
know.
know?
I don't know.
Twicers.
Twice.
Please keep listening. Don't unsubscribe. I'm
Subscribe.
okay. No, it's actually they're not on this year. Sorry, but
False
it's
alarm.
guess what? It's NCT. Wow, how does she do that? Another NCT?
Which NCT is it? Is the question.
The regular. The regular one.
So 127? 127?
It just says NCT. I'm serious.
Okay, okay,
It
I'll
says
believe you.
Universe third album. That's what it
Oh,
says.
okay, it is NCT.
Not you doubting me.
Okay, do you know how many members NCT
But you didn't
has?
believe me when I said NCT. You're like, this girl is lying. There's
No, because
something after
even
that.
even within the NCT album, they have like their subunits. So
I
I was
know,
like,
but
is
it
this
was like
specific song like all 20
it's
20
it's the
hundred
regular
members?
one. It's the original flavor.
Okay.
And the song is okay. Have you heard that song?
I don't think I have actually.
Have you
I
listened to that? Listen to the album.
I will.
Universe
I don't think I have. And
third
I'm looking
album.
it up and it's NCTU
Oh
on
well,
the
it says
NCT album.
it
It's
actually
okay.
says
No,
NCT from my standpoint. It
well,
really does.
Spotify's a little bit more like if you look up the album is all of NCT, all like 2000 members of NCT. But then if you look at the album on Spotify, it tells you like the subunit that it
Well,
is.
that's disappointing. That's embarrassing, Apple. You're not embarrassed?
I It's
I'm talking to
okay.
Apple.
No, I
No.
know. It's okay
Don't
though.
tell him it's okay.
In
He needs to do
Apple's
better.
no, in Apple's defense, I've mentioned this in a previous episode, but I feel like SM kind of forgot what the whole concept of NCT was. So it's okay. There's a
It's
lot
not.
of NCTs.
It's actually not okay.
No, it is okay. There's a
Because I
lot
have
of
a lot of issues
NCTs
with
and
Apple
there's a
Music
lot of
anyway.
okay, well, you take that up with Apple. In this
But I'm
instance,
taking it up
it's
with them right
okay.
now.
In this instance, it's okay.
She says that, but she doesn't mean it. No, I don't. Like, come on. Let's do better, guys. It's Apple. People pay too much money for things, not just music. Unacceptable. Anyway, if you want, like, rap, hip hop track that just goes in, it's okay. The bass, the lyric, everybody just
Lyrics.
went in.
The bases and the lyric.
It's a song that you play if you're in the car, you crank it up, and everybody's gonna know what you're listening to. And
Okay.
it's ugh, it makes you feel real good, and it makes you feel like a baddie. So listen to it if you want to feel like a baddie.
I don't even have that album on my 2021 K-pop list, so I'll
But
have to go back and not only listen to that, but the whole album.
it's really good.
So thank you for
I
this reminder.
I literally started listening to the albums after Favorite. That
I
album was really good to me.
NCT puts out so much content that I just can't keep up. So I don't even know from any of the releases from 2021. I don't
Well,
know
I
if
don't
they're
know.
on there.
This is 127. The album's good. Favorite, good job, guys. Universe, also great job. Glitch mode, you guys keep doing, keep doing you. Make more
I agree.
albums.
I agree.
Apparently, that's it from 2021. Unless
Because Twice wasn't on
I
it.
can't read.
Okay, well, I have one from 2020. Do you have anything one extra year back?
No.
No? Okay. Well, this is a song that is like really upbeat and I forget that I like it and then it comes on like my repeat cuz I've actually got it on Spotify as like a favorite, like actually with the heart and everything. And so sometimes it'll just come on randomly and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I like this song." And then I remember how much I like it and I go back to it. Or
I like this song. That's why.
or there's times where I'm just like the album cover comes to mind and I'm like, "Oh, I got to go listen to that. I remember how much I like that song."
Yeah.
So, the song is Tell Me by JBJ95 and I actually think they disbanded sadly, so we're not going to get any more
JBJ.
9-5. They were a subunit of another group. I don't know a whole lot about them or the group they were a part of, but I had heard that they disbanded from a friend, and I was upset because I was
What's the
like,
name of the song again?
"Tell me."
Dang, it's not even the top.
Rude.
I know.
You don't
Isn't
have
that
to point it
insulting?
out, Lacey.
No, I'm just saying, isn't it insulting when like your favorite song is not? It didn't make the cut. Like, screw you. My taste is immaculate.
Yeah, right? What are you telling me? It's not a favorite.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's great.
But yeah, I found out they disbanded and I was really upset because one, like this whole album is good, but this song for me is the song that I'm like, yes, give me more like this. And that's what I wanted too. I wanted more music, specifically like this song from them. And I have nothing to say. It's like a mix of K pop and like, it kind of has an underlying rockish vibe without it being like live guitars.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell it's definitely just an instrumental, but
Mm-hmm.
it's so upbeat that it hits a certain point in the song where it just like goes and it doesn't stop going. So it gets really addictive.
I'm gonna listen to. I mean, I'm obviously gonna listen to everything. I'm just kind of scared since they've disbanded. So if I like
Yeah.
them, I'm just gonna be sad.
Be sad. Be sad with me. It's okay.
Well, I don't have anything from 2020. I do have two from 2019.
Okay. I have one from 2019.
Okay, this time I'm not wrong.
I'll let you continue since you made the mistake and you were talking about Twice anyway.
Well, I'm talking about Twice for real this time. And the song I want to point out is Fancy. Didn't I already say this? just spoiled. It's Fancy, guys. I love the song. It's so cute. I feel like a cute girl. Makes me happy. Makes me feel girly and fun and peppy. If you feel sad, I just feel like you could listen to a Twice song
And cheer up.
and you'll feel a little bit better after.
I feel like Twice definitely gives off that. They've got like magical girl vibes
They
with their
really
music.
do. They put something in their tracks, their top tracks. I don't know what's in there, but it it gets as popular as it does for a reason. I mean, I'm the truth. It's 2019 and I'm playing it like it was put out last week. I love it and you'll love it too. And I feel like this was already all over TikTok. So
You should
that's
love it at
probably
this point.
that's probably well, I come across TikToks and sometimes they have Twice songs on there. So I think that's why I ended up listening to them more often. And I feel like that's why Fancy ended up on my playlist because it just their songs kept showing up so much and I was like, let me listen to this group again. Because everyone would do the fan
Yeah.
dances. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so cute. So I played Fancy. I'm like, this song rocks. Have you guys heard this song? That's how I feel. Obviously.
And it's the year 2022. Yes, Lucy, we've heard this song.
It has like over 1 million views. Yeah, you've heard it. So that's one song. Another song is by Dynamic Duo,
Ooh.
and the track is called Flash. Now listen, if you like Dynamic Duo and you haven't listened to the album Off Duty, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? I agree.
That album is good.
I have that whole album in my 2019 playlist that I have. I have that whole album.
I haven't deleted any track
It was
from
so
Off
good.
Duty. And that's not the only like Flash. That doesn't mean I just play Flash. Like Desperado, that's another one, but that's not about this. It's not on the playlist yet, but it's close. It's very close. But Flash has been hitting, and it just sounds nostalgic for me.
Yeah, it does. I can agree.
Oh my god, we know what the song is about.
As soon as you said Dynamic Duo, though, and I was like 2019, I was like, ah, yes, that album. That whole album is on my play. Like, I love that album. It was really
It's
good.
so good. It is so good. Like, I'm saying it like, wow, Dynamic Duo has never been this good. They've always been this
They've always been this good. No, they've
good.
always been this good. But
yeah,
it's nice.
Flash.
It's nice to know they keep putting things out though that is really good.
Yeah, and it's not. I mean, it's what they want. Obviously, Flash is just. It's a song I like playing, or I feel like the ideal time to play this song is if you're driving around and the sun is just about to set and you have your windows down and the weather is like kind of cool. Why the scene, Lacey? That's when I play it, and that's what I think about. Like just driving around playing that song is very calming to me. But it's a very very nice track, and if you like, it's another R&B esque rap song. But if you've never heard of Dynamic Duo and you're into rap or hip hop,
Who are you?
Well, okay, relax. Maybe
No,
they never listened.
No, I'm not gonna relax. Who are you?
No, like, okay, I would ask who you are if you've been in the K-pop
For a long time, yeah.
especially if you listen to like hip hop.
But if you're
Then
brand
who
new,
are you? But if you're brand new,
if you're brand new, I'll give
you don't really know where to go, start with the OGs. Dynamic Duo, can't go wrong with them.
Nope.
And I did see Dynamic Duo at that concert years ago, and their stage presence phenomenal. They loved us. They did like, I think they did like 2 or 3 encores. That's
Just because that's how hype it was.
Yeah,
That's
it
awesome.
was great. That was the best concert I've ever been to. Like, it was them, Crush, and Zion T. I'll never live it down. Like, that was the best concert. Dynamic Duo was like, they're like, wow, like it's Atlanta, like we know how to hype y'all up. Let's go, keep doing the encores. We don't want to leave. Why should you guys leave?
Why should you guys leave? You clearly don't want to leave, so we'll stay.
It was they're great, but Yeah, Flash. I could talk about that album all day.
Okay.
And that's it for my 2019.
Okay. Well, I have one from 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And if you follow me on social media, like any of my personal stuff, it's not a surprise that this song is here. It's The Boys' Shake You Down. That is like
My
my
ride
favorite
or
song.
die.
Yeah, it literally is. It's like not just my ride or die, but it's like my ride or die song for like the rest of my life. I love that song to the ends of the earth. It is my absolute favorite song, up there with literally everything of Monsta X. It has made it onto every year in review that Spotify has put out since 2019. Well, since 2020, I guess, since
Okay,
the
well
song
that
came out.
album is really good.
That
So
album is really good, and it's actually one of my favorite The Boys albums, but like that song is my song. That's like
they made
eh,
it
they
for her.
they made it for me. It was with me in mind. I asked for it and they gave it to me.
They're like, yo, write on one of the track. And they're like, say less.
And if anybody ever is like, "What The Boys song do you like?" That's the one that I'm just like, this you have to listen to this. This is my song. I've claimed rights to this song. This is mine.
That's fair. I will say Scar. That's my song.
Scar is my second favorite song on that
Like,
album.
why is that song so good?
Yeah. Literally, why is that album so good? Like even
Why did y'all do that?
you I want another album just like that. Like please
I don't,
replicate
can you somehow do the same thing but different?
but different. Please replicate Reveal again because it was so good. But yeah, no. I that's like I jokingly because actually when I got my Spotify year in review, it was like you're in the top whatever of listeners and it was a very 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 small percentage. I like to joke, especially on Tumblr where most of my like W friends are at and
Mm.
mutuals are at. I like to joke that I'm the number one Shake You Down stan.
It's like you know how Spotify, I wonder, do they still do the thing where they post like one user has played this one track so many times, are you okay?
Yeah.
And it's like depressing songs. It's never, I don't think it was ever a happy song. I wonder if they still do that. Call them out.
I think there was one that was trending around last year. But the K-pop songs always get the weird reactions from that cuz they're like are you normal rather than the are you okay? But
That's fair.
that song for
Yeah.
me would make it onto that.
I want to
I
know.
would get
I
made
want to
fun of.
know the user that has played. Like, I want to know what song, like from the K-pop section of the world, Spotify world. They need to get the user that has played the most of one K-pop song, and
That'll
they
be
need to
me.
tell us what it is. Tell us what it is and how many times they played it.
That
I
would
would
be
also like the same thing for the states, but for Beyonce. I want to know what person played the most, like played the heck out of the track from Beyonce, and I want to know what track it is. And stores don't count.
Yeah, stores don't count. No, the single user. I would make it onto that though for Shake You Down. That is
I would like to see
that is my favorite song. Like
it ever.
ever. It's up
It
there.
hasn't been
Like
this
it's
22.
up there with all of the Monster X stuff. That's my favorite song ever. That is my favorite song from 2019, and I'm still playing it in 2022, which
It's
isn't
not that
that
long
long. Yeah, it's not that long, but it's gonna be like 2027,
nowadays.
and
Nowadays it's long.
it's gonna be 2027
20,
though.
20, 20.
2020. It's gonna be like so far in the future, and I'm gonna still be listening to this song.
I only laugh because it's literally like the music I listen to now. I think it's very old of me. Like, dang, you haven't added any like recent. Well, you have, but oh my gosh, you're still listening to a song that was like you've been listening to this since middle school, and it's older than you. But
I
it's
have a
gonna
couple songs
happen.
like that, American songs like that.
A couple. I have a plethora.
I mean, a couple that come to mind immediately that I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
listened to that in middle school and I still listen to it now.
Like Black Parade. Why does that still hit?
Right. That's one of the ones that came to mind first. As and for me, it was oh wow. I actually now that I went to say
Panic at the
it,
Disco, Green Day, Fall Out Boy,
I can't
Black
remember the
Eyed
name of that.
Peas. I'm naming
Black
off
Eyed
my
Peas have.
it's giving very middle school when I'm naming off my time. I mean, Janet's always gonna be there. She's always been there. Oh, I played B5 still. That's embarrassing. Are you still trying to think?
I am, but it's okay. We can move on if you want.
Oh
What's
man.
your next year?
We're gonna jump all the way back to 2016. Well, that's
Sweet.
not fair. Actually, it is fair. I'm just not gonna name Twice or was already on the list. I'm not naming them again.
You can if it's from 2016. It's a
I'm not
different
gonna go in depth, but I can.
Whatever. My next song is from
Are you
2015.
frustrated?
No, I'm just like, whatever, Lacey. I thought the whole point was to discuss it.
Well, I could talk all day about tracks I like. I'm only saying because, like, time. But how many songs do you have?
I have 2 songs
2016.
from 2016 none. So
Okay,
it's
well, what's
all
the
you.
next? What's the next?
The next year is 2015. So I'm 1 year after you. Or
Okay,
before
okay.
you.
I'll go 2016 and then you go 2015.
Okay.
Okay, it's Twice again. They're back. They're back.
Surprise!
I started playing them. I probably started playing this track this month. This month? Or that, if it's not this month, it was last month.
That's interesting. What song?
Do you want to guess? It's really popular. Really, really popular song.
TNT.
Yes.
Oh! I'm so proud of myself because like all of their songs blend together, especially the years they released. So I was like, what's really popular? And
like
TNT,
that one?
everybody
Yes.
was doing the dance.
Yes.
Like that's what I envisioned first. Just
I
like
too
TNT.
do the dance in the car.
I still do the dance.
When I'm driving. It's, yeah. I'm
TNT
like,
was really good.
I'm in the country and I'm like, nobody knows what I'm listening to. I mean, there's
People
out there
probably
that
do with that song.
Know. I mean, I started listening to this because of TikTok. It played so much that I was like, you know what? You don't actually hate the song. Let's download it. Best decision ever. It's another Magical Girl song. Listen to them if you want to feel like a magical girl. Listen to Twice.
And uplift your mood.
Oh, absolutely. They have the formula.
They have the formula. They have the powers. Whatever it is, there's something in their songs.
And then when you can do the dance, it's done.
Yep, you're sold.
Yep, you're in it. How did you become part of the fandom? I don't know, but you're here.
Happened. You're here. Welcome.
Yeah, because just these 2 songs alone, I'm like, I love Twice. I don't know any of the members, but you're my ride or die. Love you. And the next one, this is I just can't believe Twice was in 2016.
You have another Twice song from 2016?
No, but I'm saying like Twice still they feel very new to me. Am I crazy?
Yeah, you are. Because I remember when they debuted. I loved their debut
song.
What
debut song was that?
Oh, fuck.
Dang, do you really love it? Fraud. I'm just kidding.
Wow, okay.
Let me see. Let me see if they pop up on YouTube with their debut song.
Probably not with the debut song.
Oh, TT popped up.
Yeah, duh. It's popular. Super popular.
I just didn't think they were they're not old, but as old.
No, they've been out for quite a while.
Well, do you want to guess this group? Because it was very popular. Another very popular group that...
Ooh Ah was their debut song. It just came to me. That's another one that I can't do the dance to, like, and live, but it's one that I'm
She
like...
said in live.
Another popular group from 2016?
Yes, it's a boy group.
A boy group?
Very popular.
That like debuted that year? Or?
No, I'd say they were as big as BTS is then.
VAP? I don't know.
No. Okay. So think of how big BTS is. I mean, not at like United, like... Okay, think of how big BTS is right now. What group was that in 2016, I guess?
I have no idea.
It's SM.
SM? Super Junior?
Nah, you're wrong. It's EXO.
That's Oh!
They were really big. They were like they were actually really big deal.
Now that I'm looking or thinking about it, they were.
So the song I have for them is Monster.
Oh yes, that song was good.
I don't know what it is about the song that just really hit home for me. I just listened to it one day and I was like, it's like when you rediscover a song. I'm like, I forgot how great this song was.
The song is.
And not only that, the album.
Yeah. Sometimes for like EXO especially, I feel like I do that quite frequently where I go back and I like listen to their really old stuff and I'm just like, dang, this still hits really hard. Or I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
dang, I remember, like, this makes me feel so nostalgic. Just the energy that the K-pop as fandom as an entirety had when EXO debuted
Mm-hmm. Like,
was
just,
off the charts.
and this is the song that made it into my top 25, like overall.
Oh wow.
I know, right?
Nice. Nice.
I that was one that I was like, wow, that's embarrassing. What?
Because it was the only one like it.
No, I was just really surprised to see EXO in my top 25. Like, out of all the songs I feel like I play the most out of,
It was EXO's.
I was not expecting them to. I mean, they're 24 on the list. I can definitely tell you my number one on 25, on my top 25. It's a K pop song. I can tell you my top three. And I
Is
don't
it
think you would.
DPR?
No. You shouldn't be surprised, though.
Is it a SHINee song?
No.
The fuck?
We love this guy. We love this album. It was so great. He's from EXO.
Oh my gosh, Back in City.
Okay, but it's two of songs from that album, and then it's a Super M song.
Oh, Super M though. Okay, I can understand that.
Super M for
I miss Super M. I need all the ones that enlisted to come back.
the number one song is a Super M song.
That's crazy. That's impressive though.
I mean, the song hits. So
It does, but or I'm sure it does, but Super M, I'm so mad that they like debuted Super M, and then they were like, oh, we gotta have
dang,
people
we're about to make
enlist,
so much money.
and then they had them enlist. I'm like, why'd you guys do this? Super M was, I want them
They were
back.
like, listen, that airplane contract thing that we were doing, it's enough money, so they can go.
I need them back. Everybody who's enlisted, come back.
It's not about them right now. It's about EXO.
It is. You're right. I'm
Monster.
sorry.
It's okay.
Monster's a good track.
It's their number one
I
when you go to their
can
artist thing.
I can like visualize the choreography and music
I
video in my head.
know.
That's how good of a track it is.
I
Like
haven't even watched it.
you said Monster, and instantly the music video is just like playing in my head.
I haven't even watched Monster since it came out, and I still remember.
Yeah, still can
all of it.
see it and like remember it.
They're so cool.
They are cool.
Well, some of them. I'm talking about during that time. I'm not saying that they're cool now. Some of them are great. Like, we're moving on, so we're not going too deep into that. But that's it for my 2016.
Okay, so we're rewinding one more year to 2015 now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, some of you will actually be surprised that this might have made it over some other songs, especially with how much I talked this group up. It's a Monster X song. But there's like one album that I'm always like, this is my favorite. And I'm sure I've mentioned it in the podcast before. And I know I've mentioned it to Lacey before. And I talk about it all the time to my boyfriend. Like, everyone knows that this album is my favorite. But this song isn't from that album. So I feel like people are going to listen to this and be like, oh, you didn't name a song off that album? And I'm just.
Tell us.
I'm not sorry, but I'm also, there's a reason for it. So the song is Monsta X's Hero.
Bro. I'm not even playing. Like, why Hero? That song good.
It's so good, and it just hits, and I can sing every like word to it. And it's another song, like we were talking about EXO. It's another song that as soon as I say Hero, the music video just starts playing in my head.
It does for
like,
me too.
I can see it. I can see Juhan's red hair. I can see the helicopter pad they're on.
That's exactly what I envisioned.
That song though is super hype. It's like super energetic, and the reason it actually makes my most played of the year, like my Spotify Wrapped, it made it to there. And the reason for it is, and the reason it's a played song even till now is it's my gaming song. So like if I start to in a video game feel like I'm getting tilted, and I don't know if you know gamer term
I don't.
Okay, so if
I'm just here for a good ride.
Tilted is when you're like starting to get frustrated and angry and it's like affecting your gameplay. If I ever feel like that, I put the song on and I'm immediately like, yeah, I'm in a better mood now. Let's go. It just puts me in a good mindset for gaming and it's fun to listen to. And whenever I listen to it, I'm always like jamming along to it. And it's just one of those songs that not just because I listen to it while I'm gaming, but because it's so good, I'm just gonna always listen to this song. And this was from 2015.
It's a very good workout song.
Yes, it just has like the energy.
Mm-hmm.
It has the best energy.
Agreed. If you want good energy, hyped up energy, listen to Hero.
Yes, listen to Hero. Listen to a lot of Monsta X songs. So
There are kids doing like there. It was just one girl on TikTok that was doing the opening to Hero. I wish I could find it for you. It was like she was posing during Juhan's like introduction or whatever when it first starts off. It was the funniest thing I've ever watched, and I wish I sent it to you when I first saw it, but it just didn't hit until way later. I was like, I should have probably sent that to her. It was really funny.
oh,
Because
it's okay.
that's when I started playing it more. I was like, this is hilarious. So I started listening to the track again. I'm like, this is a really good song. Even though she was being hilarious with it. So
Well, that's my only one. I have one song left on the list, but
oh my god, me too.
it's not until 2011.
Oh yeah, you did win. Mine's 2013.
What is this 2013 song? It's SHINee, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You were waiting. You were
I was
definitely
waiting.
And she was only waiting because I mentioned them in a
Well,
group
not only
chat.
that, when you suggested that we do this episode too, because you did mention them in the group chat, I was like, there's got to be a SHINee song that she wants to talk about.
Well,
Gotta be
there's
something.
2 on here, but I'm gonna give it to this one because oh my god, if y'all have to know about SHINee, but I don't. Why does SHINee put out? It's not even why. How do y'all always put out great albums?
Great music. And we talked about this before, but SHINee always hits in a way where it's like it doesn't matter what year it is and what the trending style of music is. They just know the formula. And even though they're such an old group, they can still be SHINee and make it sound like a SHINee song, but also have aspects that draw new fans in because it sounds like
Mm,
something that'd be released by like a fourth generation group. And that's what I love about them.
me too. But the
They
one
they're literally timeless. Like that's the
oh
word.
yeah,
They're literally
when
timeless.
you can listen through. I feel like if you're able to listen through 4 albums and be good, no skips, what you're elite. You're elite. I don't know. Like I've never listened to a SHINee album and just like they really fell off with this one. No,
Nope.
never, never.
Never.
So the song I'm going to talk about is Medusa One,
Okay.
and they just go in on this song.
They really do. Both of those albums.
Yes, and there's an aspect of that track where when they I guess the climax of that song and like when it ends, they go they just hit the right notes. They go out. They go all out with their notes, and it's I don't know how to describe this track, but it is so good where you feel like out of if I could see them perform a song, I want to see this one. I just please, I would pay whatever. If this you went on tour and you're like, we're just doing this one song, I would pay. I would pay for it.
Just to see that one.
It's just a beautiful, well written song.
It is. I'm actually happy that that was the song that you chose for them because I know we had talked about in the group chat the
Mm-hmm.
SHINee songs, but Misconceptions of Me was my favorite album.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 3 songs on there that I really love. And 2 of them that come to mind first are always Evil and Dangerous. So Medusa
Oh
2.
God, just great songs. Like
that
those songs
that
are really good too.
that whole album is like when someone's like SHINee, I'm like
That's what you think
Misconceptions
of.
of Me. Yep, that's the one
The
I.
misconceptions of us is just they're
Well,
both
the misconceptions of us is misconceptions of you and me combined.
exactly. I'm a
So
cheater.
you can't go wrong with that. But Miss, the one you chose, Medusa 2, was originally on Misconceptions of Me.
Medusa one.
Or Medusa 1, yes, sorry.
No, it's
Excuse me.
okay. There's 2
Excuse
Medusas.
me, yeah. And Medusa 2 is the one I like, but I usually call it Dangerous.
And y'all, it's good too. Dangerous is really good.
That whole
The whole album is really good. And
the
they
whole
just
album.
don't
For me,
really
it's
get it.
Conceptions of Me, but the whole entirety, both of them, that series for those
Mhm.
albums was like a peak for
Perfection.
SHINee. It was perfection. For me, for SHINee, it was a peak.
See,
Like
right
that
now
was
for
it.
me, it's one of one. Like that album is really, really good to me. Really, really good. But that was another track from SHINee from that album was Lipstick. That was the other one that's on my playlist right now. But
Okay.
they just it is so good. Listen to Medusa one. Just listen to their albums.
Yeah,
Like
listen to SHINee in general. Like what?
it's you're not gonna listen to a miss. You're just not. You're gonna find at least 5 tracks that you're gonna be obsessed with forever. You're gonna find at least 2 albums you're obsessed with. But
Agreed.
man, I wish I could describe. It's like the producers in the studio were like, really put your all into these last lines. Sing your heart out. And they're like, say no more. We got it. I'm ready to clock out. This is gonna be easy. And they all did it. Just great. Great job, SHINee.
Okay, well,
You're ending us off.
I'm ending us off with 2011.
It
You
better be a good one.
do you want to guess? It is a popular boy group, or popular during when we were like
Oh
into
God.
K-pop, and
That's what I think it is.
I don't know, who do you think it is? It's not Big Bang, I can tell you that, but it's one of those groups that we always tied together with like everybody like that. They are older.
2 p.m.
No, not no. Although 2PM has some
Mm,
good music. Although their newest comeback was my favorite, but
I'm still blasting a very old album from them. I think it was like
Jeremy listens to Hands Up all the time, like on his own. I just like hear it through his speakers, and I'm like, I
yeah, put your
see you
hands
over
up.
there.
Hmm.
I see you over there.
What album is that? I think it was their debut album. No, it wasn't. 1:59 p.m. That album. But okay, it's not 2 p.m.
No, and it was a group that went through and has gone through, even to this day, quite a few member changes and
Oh,
like
don't tell me
shifts.
that. Oh
It should narrow
no.
it down, though, I feel like.
But I don't remember that well. Man, I had a list of some. They're as big as Big Bang.
Maybe not as big as Big Bang, but they were popular during like that era when we were in K-pop. We liked Big Bang, we liked this group, we liked a bunch of other groups like that, like SHINee. They came to KCON, like one of the original KCONs. Do you give up?
No, I don't want to give up. Give me some time.
Like, give me some time. How
I don't
much
know. I don't want to. I like guessing.
time?
Like around that. Dang, then who is it? This is sad. Wait. Um, Beast.
No, but now that you say that, there was a song that I should have put down for Beast. Crap.
No,
Or not, I guess not, because it's not on repeat, but dang, Beast. I love Beast.
was
I
is
love
Beast
Highlight.
too? Is that like? I don't want to. I don't. I just want to get right. I was gonna say Infinite. Who is it?
It's You Kiss.
Dang. Yeah. Oh, it would be you kiss.
Yeah, they went through, and like every
Yeah, they
member
did.
change they went through, it was always my biases.
Oh dang.
So it was always like one of my biases would leave, and I'd be like, okay, this is my bias now. And then a bias would leave, and I'd be like, okay, this is my bias now.
Maybe I just shouldn't fall in love
Yeah, maybe
anymore.
I just shouldn't bias anybody anymore. So originally AJ was my bias, and then he left, and then Eli was my bias, and then he left and had a kid, which I'm totally happy for him. Like, that's not a bad thing. AJ left because of some other stuff. And so Eli left, and I was like, Kevin's my bias. And then Kevin left, and now I'm
Like
like,
I messed up. Really thought Kevin was gonna stick it out.
I know, I did too. They're still around though. There's only 3 of them, but they're still trying.
Mm-hmm.
So now Soohyun's my bias, and I'm like, are you gonna stay for me?
What song?
So it's one of their old songs, and it's a B-side. Top that.
How come that sound familiar?
It I don't even know how to describe the song. It was just a very 2011 K-pop song. Like, it is that formula of K-pop of that time. And there was just something in the backtrack of it that I just get hooked on, and I'm like, I got to listen to this. I got to listen to this. I got to listen to this. This is the song that just randomly during the year, multiple times just randomly, I'm like, I'm gonna go listen to this. And I do. And I put it on repeat for quite a bit of time. And then I'm like, okay. And then like 4 months pass and I'm like, it's You Kiss time.
That's
I,
okay.
I come back to the song so much. It's actually one of my like favorite You Kiss songs. I've got some others that are favorites, but it's definitely one that for me it's a song that I'm always going to go back to. It's always going to be a favorite and it's old or older.
The one that always pops into my head. Stop, girl, in the name
The
of
name of love.
love.
Yeah.
The Neverland. I'm not about to imitate that.
This song, Top That, is off of the Neverland album.
I know, I looked it up.
And Neverland is another one. I don't go back and listen to it a lot, but sometimes I'm just like, I want to watch the music video. I
That's
go
fine.
back and watch Neverland's music video all the time. I can't believe
Man.
K-pop used to be styled like that and we all liked it.
I'm I am not shamed.
I'm not
I
either, but it's just so funny seeing how much it's changed. I'm just like, K-pop was had some of
Kevin
the
was definitely the pretty boy.
Kevin was the pretty boy. He still is the pretty boy.
He
He's
is
still
very
pretty.
much a pretty boy. Good for you.
He got good genetics from his
Mm,
parents.
agreed.
So yeah, that's mine. I, as Lacey said, I won. I had the oldest song. I didn't think I would, but that is my return to song. Doesn't matter. And I was so happy because I think it was 2020 maybe that Spotify finally added UKISS and their older stuff
Hmm.
to the platform because otherwise it was like more of their newer stuff. And I was just like, I need this album. And me being a K-pop fan and like 14 when I got into UKISS, I didn't buy the album. It wasn't on iTunes. You went onto a website and you illegally downloaded it. And so the iPod and
LimeWire.
computer, not even LimeWire, it was iTunes at the time, but there was a K-pop like website that used to upload all of the albums and
Oh, I remember. I know that site.
I downloaded it from there and that the computer that the iTunes for this song specifically was on and the iPod that it was on were dead. And so I was very upset because I was like, how do I listen to this besides going on YouTube? But then you can't even put it on like repeat. And then Spotify, like in 2020, I think it was, added all of you Kiss's older stuff. And I was just like,
I just
yes.
got a huge flashback of having to do that for a 2 p.m. song. Like their album. They're very like that 1:59
PM
p.m. Like I remember always going to YouTube for that album.
for that song.
Like that whole album. Like why am I doing this? But yeah, you won. How's it feel?
Surprising.
You
I really
shouldn't be
thought
surprised.
I really thought you were gonna win. Like I thought
I
you
mean,
had a really old SHINee
I
song like
probably would have
replay.
won if I had my Spotify active. I don't have the membership for Spotify. I'm about to get it again, but maybe I would have won then because I have more K-pop stuff on there. Spotify was like my first streaming music app, so maybe I would have won. I don't know, but am I gonna go back to that playlist? Absolutely, because I see a lot of like we're done. Basically, we're done because I'm about to list off another song that has no business being as good as it is, and it's so
Okay.
old.
Okay. Then we're done. These are our songs that we keep returning to
Forever.
forever. Well, as of right now, because mine switches up and mine will probably be different in a year. But
Hmm.
as of right now of 2022, these are songs that like we keep returning to no matter what year they've released and that are on our playlist for the year
Yeah.
of 2022. So
So,
if any of the songs match up with what you guys like to put on repeat and listen to again, let us know. If there are
or
songs that you recommend that we go back and listen to, let us know.
or
Or
if wow, I forgot what I was gonna say. If any of the tracks that we listed made you listen to it and reappreciate it, or you discovered it something new, that's great too.
yeah, that is. Let us know as well if it did, because that'd be really awesome if it did.
Yeah.
And I know there's songs that both Lacey and I, especially because she listed ones from 2021, that I was like, I didn't listen to this. We're gonna go back and listen to the
Hmm.
songs. So new music for everybody.
We're all
Yay!
winners.
We are! Yay! Thank you guys for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, and review, and check out our social medias. We're mostly active on Twitter. It's all under Bingu and Choom, though. But yeah, definitely leave some feedback for the episode if you have it.
We appreciate you. See you in the
We
next
do.
episode.
Yeah, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.